And welcome back to Pure Nebraska. You know, it's hard to say goodbye, but the time has come for Lance Schwartz to move on from 1011 to a new and exciting chapter in his life.
Yeah, so joining us now is Lance to share some of his memorable journal stories, and it's hard to say goodbye to you.
It is, because we have been friends, all of us, for a long time, like most of this century, actually, if you really want to get right down to it.
Well, you've been here almost 17 years, right?
I have. Started in 2002, and I got the opportunity to tell stories, and I gotta tell you, one of my first favorites was the one-armed tennis coach. It was early on, and I went out and I shot this story, and this man was inspiring kids, and he was tying his shoe with one hand, and he was doing all of these great things. And I came back, and all of a sudden, there it was. The newsroom was taking notice, and viewers, they came back and said, these are the kind of stories we want to see. And next thing you know, I was off and running, and there I am trying out for every Nebraska team imaginable. Darren Erstrad, you can see the look on his face right here. He's pretty impressed.
He's sold on you.
Yeah, look at
Yeah, that was made for TV. In real life, he loved my swing. He was sad that I was too old.
past the time.
Yeah, I got to go to Kansas City and talk to Alex Gordon back in the day when he was starting. Got to go to Hollywood. Follow the Husker football team out there, and you know I was taking advantage of every opportunity I could get to go all of these great places. And goodness gracious, the people I've got to meet, the best and the brightest, it has been a joy.
You look good there.
Well, thank you.
Not that you don't now. But
You know, back in the day, this was kind of fun. Mike right there, he asked Hillary to be his bride, and fortunately, Hillary said yes, and that was a pretty cool moment, very unusual, and I loved it when viewers would come up with these great ideas, and they would give me the opportunity to share these stories.
That's just amazing. Over 800 stories, and you probably just have such a personal touch with all of them, don't you?
I really do. Looking back, it's kind of nutty. I mean, I can go 831 journals later, and I go back to the beginning, and I can be in that moment. It's been kind of a crazy, mind-blowing experience, because all of those people and all the places, they just come rushing back to me. And Hillary said yes.
There it is. Okay, well, glad we found that. And, you know, not only that, you always did the R towns too, and I have a memory too, because every once in a while I would fill in for Ken and you did live weather. So I remember going with you to Columbus one time and Crete, and it was just a lot of fun.
It was. I got to crisscross the state, McCook to O'Neill to Nebraska City, and all the miles that I've gotten to cover, and the great people. I'm from Nebraska. I love Nebraska. So this was just a perfect place for me to be able to tell these stories.
And you have a YouTube page for folks.
I do. It's kind of nice because it's the Lance's Journal YouTube page, and I have more than 500 editions of Lance's Journal there. So if anybody ever needs some uplifting, good news, go to the Lance's Journal YouTube page, and we can make that happen.
That's what you were going to say. His stories were inspiring.
They were, you know, they just had an impact on people. You watched them and you wanted to go out and do some good for somebody else.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
variety is the spice of life, and I got my share of variety, from fun to serious to uplifting to it's all
We're
over.
going to miss you.
Well, I'm going to miss you too, my friends.
And you're staying in Lincoln, moving on as a
Yep.
videographer. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.